All right, crew. So in the last video, we came up with the central idea from this summary that we have on the bottom, and then we determined that the other sentences in here after the first one were the supporting details, right? So when we read this summary, the history of the words is fascinating. Okay, that was my central idea. So I put in there that the history of words is diverse and fascinating. That's what I came up with. And then the other two things, the origins of some words like cloak are based on their shape, and then the other ones relating to what the object once was, like ballot, those are going to be my two supporting details, right? So I might say the word cloak comes from the old French word for bell because of its shape. That would be my first supporting detail as it shows up there. And then the second supporting detail that I'm going to be typing in is talking about the word ballot, which means ball in Italian, right? So let's finish that one. And then for the second supporting detail, the word, type it here, the word ballot comes from the Italian word for ball because of how voting used to be. Right? So when that loads there, again, you guys can see that when we add a central idea together with two supporting details, that equals our summary. Okay? Now here's the thing though. It says discuss how you'd change the summary to improve the statement of the central idea and remove opinions. Well, when I look at this summary, I see that there's a bunch of opinions. And I remember that opinions are things that are not supposed to be found in a summary. So when I read through and I see the history of the words is fascinating, ooh, I'm going to have to cross that word out because that's an opinion. Somebody might think that the history of words is boring, right? So I use this word diverse up here, right? Which just means that there's multiple different ways that something exists, right? Maybe I might use that word diverse instead. And then it says the origin of some words like cloak are based on their shape. That one's fine. While others relate to an object once was. That one's fine. Ballot, which means ball, is a great example of this. Well, I don't want to use the word great because that's another opinion. So I'd probably cross that one out. So then if I wanted to, for this last question on page 12, if I wanted to be able to write the summary and have it be a good summary without any opinions or judgments, this is probably how I would change it up. I would say that the history of words is diverse because words come from different places, right? And then the origins of words like cloak are based on their shape, while words like ballot are an example of words and what they used to mean. So you guys see how I was able to go in through here and take out those words that have opinions or judgments in them? And then I took those words out and maybe changed it up a little bit so it would make sense there, right? So I changed it to the history of words is diverse because words come from different places, and the origins of words like cloak are based on their shape, while words like ballot are an example of words and what they used to mean, right? Because again, a ballot used to just only be coming from a word in Italian that means ball, right? So go ahead and take a look at the things that are on this page, right? You can pause this video if you need to. Use it to fill out pages 11 and 12, and go ahead and submit that onto Canvas so that we can move on to the next two pages.